Primary ignition.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Life at Lightspeed podcast. My name is Colin.
And I'm Brooke.
And we're here to talk about... We do this every week.
I know, and I keep forgetting.
Oh, something about Star and...
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Yeah, let's go. Star Wars.
Star Wars. We're here to talk all things Star Wars. There is new leadership. We have an official... like announcement of Podracing officially being in Galactic Racer. I'm very, very pumped about that. And so much more. Before we get started, let's talk about the Virtual Cantina Network and how great they are. Today it is Jeff's birthday from the Virtual Cantina Network. Big shout out to Jeff. And then not only that, there are so many great events happening this year. Go to virtualcantinanetwork.com. Go and check that out. Seriously, cannot wait. And then there's also Rebel ScumCon that's going to be happening this year in August. So many guests have been announced. There's going to be so many more, so stay tuned for that. And we're just excited for all the conventions that we're going to and just all of the different interviews and just all the new Star Wars things in general. So I'm your host, Colin, with
Brooke,
our other host. And let's talk about Hayden. Hayden, our son.
Our son, Hayden. Not to be confused with Hayden Christensen.
Which he probably will be once he gets older. Man, he's doing great. He has a lot of teeth coming in.
Does at least 3.
Yeah.
That we can very clearly see. But based on how he's digging in there, pretty sure we've got some more coming. He's also an aspiring dentist. The teeth have inspired him.
Yeah.
He will just go right in your mouth. He's digging in there.
Yeah. He's he loves like just grabbing and then
things that move, like have a reaction. Like, things that spin or open and close.
Yes.
He's
also a smart kid too, and I'm not just saying that because I'm his dad. Like I can actually tell he's smart because of he'll like want to play with your phone, but then he'll like you were like, hey, here's something similar to it, and then he knows it's fake, it's not real, so he'll like just put it down and be like, no, and then he'll like try and go after like the thing that he's not supposed to. He loves playing that game of touching things he's not supposed to because of. He'll be crawling. He's
just inquisitive.
He is a master crawler now.
Yeah.
So yeah. He's doing great. Now into the news of Star Wars. Josh DeMauro has taken over. Not 100% officially yet. I believe it's.
Did they make an official announcement, or was it just nominated?
Yes.
Okay.
It has been
officially
announced by.
Okay.
Disney and Bob Iger himself that he will be taking over. No, I think
is there a date on that?
I believe it's in a couple of weeks.
Okay. Quick
so
turnover.
What's great about this is the person taking over. He's been in charge of the parks.
The parks, yeah. He's been the head Disney Parks guy.
He has been
probably a while.
And not only that, he has been with the company for a very long time.
Yep.
And I think. Something in the parks lately. It's just it hasn't ever since Chapek took over. It was
we had kind of a switch in priorities, let's say.
Yes.
In the Disney parks, and a lot of people noticed.
Yeah.
And we're kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
And so that's why a lot of people were excited when other Bob, when Iger came back, hoping that he would kind of like get back to it. And I still feel like people weren't 100% satisfied with how things were going.
It was Bob Eisner, right? And then Bob Iger, and then
not
Bob
no.
Chapek.
That was Eisner's name was not Bob.
No.
And you said the wrong. I'm gonna blank on what it is now.
I read somewhere that
was it?
I swear it
Oh,
was.
was it? Well,
I swear it
wrong.
was.
It just didn't sound right.
Because the joke I was gonna say that this is the first Bob that this is the first non-Bob person to actually.
But it's
Robert Eisner.
Wait.
Right?
Hang on. You just said a bunch of names and I got very confused.
Hang on. Rob.
Please hold. We need elevator music.
Do 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 do.
But anyway,
Michael Eisner.
I was like,
Bob,
no, it's not Bob.
But still,
okay.
This is the first non-Bob to actually.
We had Iger, Chapek, and then Iger again.
Yeah. So,
but yes.
But yeah, no. I am really excited to.
I'm excited to see
what he does.
Yes, same. And like you said, like we've got somebody has a deep history in Disney who is gonna, I think sometimes that's really great to have someone who's like been in it in multiple stages, who like cares deeply about, what Disney stands for. And I got a little extra excited because he made a statement recently about how they're going to be moving forward with some AI things.
Yeah.
And he said that they were not going to be pushing it. I forget in which capacity he was exactly speaking about.
But that's so interesting because they just invested a bunch of money into AI.
Know.
Yeah.
But he said, the heart of this company has always been the people.
Yeah.
And so that got me excited. I'm somebody who I think AI has its place. I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't think it has applications places, but it definitely doesn't belong in art and in a lot of the ways that it's being used right now.
Yep.
So that statement kind of made me hopeful, very hopeful for the future of the company.
Yeah. I saw, I met him once when I was over at the parks. I saw him
working, or were you just?
Well, I saw him in passing when I was working one time, but then I was a guest and I saw him and I gave him a high five and
wow,
it was cool. But yeah, no, I love when people are in positions that are passionate about what they do.
Yes.
And this man is very passionate about the Disney company and the legacy that was before him.
Yep.
And he wants to harness that and he wants to keep that magic alive. For you and I both who worked at Disney, we like breathe Disney, we bleed Disney, even though I totally blinked on Michael Eisner's name. But I'm excited for the future of Star Wars and Disney and everything. And now I love how they also are splitting up the responsibilities, just like how they did over Lucasfilm, because even though, Dave Filoni is the creative chief officer, I think was the title. He's
chief creative officer.
I said officer.
You just switched the words around. I don't know if
some
combination of those words.
Yes. I love the fact that that they are kind of not having it all in one person, because when you're in charge of all that stuff,
I imagine it's incredibly daunting.
Yeah.
And how can one person really oversee all that and do it all justice?
Yeah. So I'm excited that they're splitting up the roles, but very, very excited to see.
Hopeful, I think, is the word. Hopeful and kind of excited to see what comes of it.
Absolutely. And then there was a documentary film made by Steven Spielberg, and it was about John Williams. And for the first time, this is super cool. And I believe Steven Spielberg is the only one in history to actually have this title. And I just want to he has EGOT status, which
yeah.
which he's won an Emmy.
Yep.
He's won a Grammy.
Yep.
He's won an Oscar.
Yep.
And then I don't know
what is that, a T? You don't know what is it?
I don't know.
I don't pay attention to award shows. I've never been
Or
really into
big.
them. But yes, I've heard that term because I think it was Cynthia Erivo who almost had it.
Yeah, she
and
almost
people were
had it.
kind of bummed that she didn't get it. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that man has contributed so much to the film industry, to the entertainment industry. So I'm glad that he brought his love of John Williams to life. Because if you haven't seen that documentary, you should totally check it out. It's
what's it called?
Music by John Williams.
Okay.
Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh, so good. John Williams has done so much for, like, I mean, you can't think of Star Wars or Harry Potter or Jurassic Park or
so many of those iconic soundtracks
are because of him. I think one of my favorite stories is that John Williams wrote the music for E.T. before Steven Spielberg filmed it. And then Steven Spielberg filmed around the music that John Williams wrote.
That's crazy.
Which is remarkable. Because of that like last like actual song of the movie is like almost 15 minutes long, like of where they're hopping on the bikes and they're going over to the ship. It's absolutely incredible. So yeah, I love John Williams, and I love that Spielberg's love for John Williams, got him that status. So very, very excited about that. And then there is Galactic Racer. We still don't have a release date for that yet, but what I'm excited about is they officially announced that there will be Podracing in that game. Because from the trailer, there's no actual Podracing you see in it. It's just a bunch of different combinations of like, broken down speeders and ships like turned into like racing vehicles. We saw something similar in the Bad Batch season 2.
Not like specific, just like
that concept.
Podge racing vehicles, not specifically
pods. Yes. So I am very intrigued, and also what makes me happy is because I love customization.
Yeah,
they said you'll be able to customize your racing vehicle. I would have been
real disappointed if you couldn't.
Yeah,
I hope you can just 100% mix that thing up and make it your own.
Well, so in the actual in the old Podracer games, you really couldn't like fully customize, but you could like, add different parts here and there, like help your speeder go. But that makes me happy that you'll be able to do that. We actually have a quote from the CEO of the company where he says, "We believe this style of high speed, intense, aggressive, track-based arcade racing hasn't been fully served for modern HD gamers. You can't really make a Star Wars racing experience and not have pod racing, can you? The core fantasy of the game is becoming an elite racing pilot in the Galactic League, and pod racing is a pinnacle of speed racing in the Star Wars galaxy. When we set out to create Galactic Racer, we wanted to do more, to lean into multiple vehicle types and multiple expressions of speed to give players a breadth of experiences. Galactic Racer offers players the ability to pilot vehicles they know and love alongside ones they won't have experienced before across a range of solo and multiplayer modes. Building your very own Star Wars racecraft is a dream I'm sure many of us have had for a long time. and how you show up on the track is often as important as well how you race, especially against friends. Players will be able to not just modify the vehicle, but its performance characteristics too.
Nice.
That makes me really happy.
Mhm.
I was excited about the fate of the Old Republic trailer, but when they dropped that trailer for Galactic Racers during the Game Awards, I got beyond excited. I was so excited for it because I love the original Podracing games. So, yeah, I'm really excited for it. They haven't announced if it's going to be cross-platform, but
Mm.
I'm definitely excited. And you love Mario Kart,
I do.
so
Are
and-
you able in this game? Are you able to like play with friends?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll have a bunch of different modes. That game comes out this year. We just don't know when. And I really hope that they have a release date for it soon because I'm just going to play the crap
Well,
out of that.
They only have less than a year, so
Yeah, I know, but still. But yeah, that's the news for this week. We flew by it
that's it.
super quick. There's actually next week there's going to be a new comic coming out with Jar Jar Binks and Kelleran, the character Kelleran Beck that Ahmed Best plays of the Jedi that saved Grogu.
Oh, okay.
So he played Jar Jar Binks and then he played
So it's about him.
just yeah
Yeah.
and it will fill in some gaps in certain areas, and it's gonna be so cool to see that he's playing two characters.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, so I will definitely be getting my hands on that comic.
Okay.
But yeah,
Is it like a standalone or is it part of a series?
as of right now, I believe it's a standalone.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I didn't know if it was like, the next comic in this series.
So part of my other goals this year is to like get more into the different novelizations of Star Wars. So and including comics and stuff like that.
Books.
I know that. I know you do. I've read
Why'd you say black?
so Kristen Baver made she actually just released a new art of Acolyte book, which I really would like to get my hands on because there's some cool concept art that has come out online that shows Darth Plagueis in there and some different things of where they were thinking of going with the show and stuff like that.
We could have had, but some people had to complain.
Yeah. But she's done that. She's done the timelines book, which has like everything canon up to date, I believe, until like the book of Boba Fett. Okay. So I'm hoping that we have an update of that because I love that book and there's so much in there. But I really would like to dive deeper into, more of that art form of Star Wars. But I'm rewatching everything in a chronological order right now, which is tough. Just because like you like think something is like after something, but then you look back and then you have to do research and you're like, actually, these episodes of Tales of the Empire actually happened directly after the Bad Batch and not before, even though you thought it was before, but it's actually after.
Some things are happening at the same time. Some shows are happening, and then something happens in between from something else. Yeah. Like that. That's impossible.
Yeah. So
you jump. You can't like just straight watch like one season of something.
Exactly. So I am hoping we get more different novelization, and then I've been doing 143 facts for 143 days of the Mandoverse, which is everything of Mandalorian season 1 and 2, Book of Boba, Mando season 3, and Ahsoka, and then of course going into the Mandalorian and Grogu because everything's leading up to that. And it's been fun. It's been a lot of research. I'm actually going somewhere after this to film intros in a very cool Star Wars location. So stay tuned for, those coming up. But yeah, anything you have to, say to end the episode? No? Okay. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in for every week. And for everyone that's coming in and watching us live, we appreciate you. So yeah, stay tuned for our next episode and stay tuned for some updates, and I believe we might be doing some giveaways soon. So stay tuned for that as well.
That's fun.
Yeah. So we love you all. May the force be with you.
Forever and always.